everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NS Sports. The second meeting of the year on tap here between these two fierce AFC rivals. These teams know each other very well, and that only serves to stoke the flames of what is always a heated battle. It's the Texans. So with that, let's get right out to the stadium. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis have the call on this Week 4 matchup.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome everyone to the Music City, just a stone's throw from the Country Music Hall of Fame. We are at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Second down, Mariota. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Houston first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
He'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Here we go. Blue, land it. No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun now on third down. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab.
Here we go now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. The starting defense for the Titans.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. On second down, here's Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Boom, Detroit, Detroit. No. Watching that, Marty.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Avery Williamson in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good, way wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it again with Henry. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. A first down carry for Henry. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the pass complete, but he took a shot there. Great concentration.
And what the defense is hoping for, Brandon, is that they can accumulate those types of shots all game long. So hopefully his concentration won't stay at that same level.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Matthews, the receiver, goes in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Lewis. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Play clock winding down. 3rd and goal, Mariota. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's Ryan Suckup for the Titan field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Miller, the lone setback. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll set up to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Fresh set of downs here. Running left is Miller. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So completion on second down, that brings up third.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This is Miller, and he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A first down carry now for Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
Back nine it up, Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 2nd and goal as the offense looks to... And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything in
on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Off the toss, Lewis. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Shift together here from the D-line. First down, Mariota. And he's got his man on the comebacker. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Fielded at the 33. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Mariota now to throw on first down. Complete. Richardson has it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw is Mariota. He's going to fire. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now out comes Houston. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Setting up the screen for Miller. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets it to Strong. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll toss it to Miller. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Let's see what the defense dials up. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Texans send the punter out. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second down, Mariota. And he whips that one incomplete there. Tajay Sharp, the intended target, and it's third down. Some pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On third down, Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. And a gain there of 11 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry, and he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, here's Henry. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Time running out here on the play clock. Mariota gives to Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Off the play fake, Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Third and long here for Mariota. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And here comes the Texans now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
The way he roared up and made that play, that tells me that he spent a lot of time in the film room analyzing what this offense does, and he saw something that convinced him he didn't have to worry about the pass. He could just go right now and make a play. I think if you're the offensive team, you better file that away a little bit. Maybe think about some play action down the road. You might catch him deep.
Deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. A dime look defensively here for the Titans on third. They'll drop the throw. The catch made by Miller. Say goodbye to Braxton Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, 84 yards, and the Texans have taken the lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right?
You're
giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll come out in the pistol. And a busy night for Henry continues. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
This is taken at the 15. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, Stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Miller, the lone setback. They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation. Of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Now it's Miller, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. And it looks like we've got a down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
They'll set up to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing, Mariota. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come up in an offset eye. And the play clock's running down. Derrick Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Mariota going to give it to his fullback. This is Jalston Fowler. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
The tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Let's go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
This is Henry. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Their big tight end, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Completion left side to Miller. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And quickly, they get to the line. Back to throw now on first down. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Yeah, the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more stages. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their set. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he got it. The kick is good, and a fantastic finish.